Hello, my name is John Bonjour. I am the writer and the artist on the comic Edge of Border Town. Comic book art has always been something that is so important to me. From my discovery of art in general, comics were my medium. It was the thing that I have always cared about. I have since branched out into coffee painting, like I'm going to be doing today, and a series of other different styles of art. But I have always loved comics, and that originated from exactly one guy. That guy. When I was about 12, I went to a yard sale. My entire neighborhood was doing a yard sale, so I was just walking around, and I had like maybe 8 nickels to my name. And I was walking around this yard sale, and I ran into just this long box of comics, and I had really never seen a comic in my life before. It was just not a thing that was on my radar at all. I had seen the Spider-Man movies, and I had seen the X-Men movies, so I was semi-familiar with superheroes. I just really didn't know anything about comics. I wasn't even fully aware that comics were the origin for any of those movies. I just knew that I liked those characters. And I ran into this long box of comics, and I found some of the most amazing things I've ever seen. It was just chock-a-block full of a lot of X-Men comics, but the first comic that I ever laid eyes on, the first comic I ever picked up and held in my hands, the first comic I ever read was The Amazing Spider-Man, and it was part of the Maximum Carnage arc. I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea who any of these people were, and immediately I fell in love. Again, I knew about the character Spider-Man, but I didn't realize just how much there was to him. I didn't realize how much lore there was, how much he would mean to me going forward. After that, I started drawing. I started drawing Spider-Man and other superheroes. I started drawing comics. I got a series of books on how to draw comics. I was off to the races, and now, obviously, cut more than a decade later, don't worry about that, I am a comic book artist. That is my job. It does not make as much money as I'd like it to, but we're working on that. Patreon.com/JohnBonjour. But that's not what this is about. What this is about is that I love drawing comics, and I love Spider-Man, and I love drawing Spider-Man, and what better time to draw Spider-Man than when a new Spider-Man movie is about to come out. Brand new day, looks amazing, and I can't wait to see it. But I just wanted to draw Spider-Man, and I've been on a huge coffee art kick, so I figured why couldn't I talk about some of what I love about Spider-Man and what I love about comics, draw Spider-Man, and paint him in coffee. The video can finally start, 4 minutes in? Fantastic. Let's start this video. Spider-Man is a character that I have always loved because he is the everyman. He was designed to be a character that kids could completely relate with, teens could completely relate with, and adults can completely relate with. He's a character who is constantly down on his luck and always trying to do the right thing. Something that I love about him is that he is constantly getting beaten down and getting back up, which is, in a dramatic sense, kind of what life tends to feel like, does it not? If you don't feel like you have been beaten down by life, trust me, you're about to. Like, that is just how this goes. Things go bad, and we have to get back up and keep doing the right thing or we'll crumble. And I love Spider-Man as this representation of doing the right thing, making the next right decision and struggling. Part of what makes his story so interesting is he's constantly struggling between the greater good and his good. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that's a thing that not enough people genuinely struggle with, including myself probably. We can always be helping people more than we already are, and Spider-Man inspires us to do so. Beyond all of the amazing things, beyond all of the spectacular thing, beyond all of the superior beyond all of the great things that Spider-Man brings in terms of themes and character, I also think it's worth noting that his character just looks so cool. His design, his suit design is always good. That's not entirely true, is it? His suit design is very often good, and his base suit design is extremely good. I love this bright, vibrant red and blue with the intricate web pattern, the big, shining eyes. I love the Spider-Man design, and I love what he allows comic book artists to do. If you look at any of Todd McFarlane's art, you're going to see some pretty amazing things. But if you look at Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man art, you're going to see some of the most impressive contortionist acts you've ever seen in your life. And some of it does go a little bit far, but that's part of the joy, isn't it? Like, these are superhuman beings, and it's so fun to see artists get to do something that is just pure joy. I draw Spider-Man just for fun. I also do it for work, kind of, because I've made videos reviewing the Spider-Man movies, but I do get to just draw Spider-Man for fun almost all the time. Like, if I'm gonna just sit down and randomly draw something, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be Spider-Man, because he just has something so appealing. You can create these fun, dynamic, exciting poses that make sense for the character because he's always swinging around, dodging bullets, fighting these big grandiose villains. As dumb as this does sound, and I'm aware that it does, I had a huge internal debate when I saw the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, where I had to realize that Spider-Man is in fact my favorite superhero. Even though I want so badly for the Thing to be my favorite superhero, he's my second favorite at this point. But I want to have a more interesting take than Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, because what 12-year-old's favorite superhero isn't Spider-Man? He is just so intrinsically exciting to everyone. And I think that's part of it, right? Like, as much as I want to have this cool hot take of like, oh, this is actually the better character, I just can't. Spider-Man is maybe the best comic book character ever. He is developed in such interesting and unique ways. He has really cool variants. Like, if you look at all of the variants of, say, Batman, or if you look at all of the variants of, even keeping it in the Marvel Universe, looking at all the variants of the Hulk, a lot of them are kind of dumb. But Spider-Man has this rich history of interesting spider characters like Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, I guess. All of these, Spider-Woman, Spider-Girl, Silk, Madam Web, like, you have all of these spider characters. There's a reason the Spider-Verse movies work. You have all of these characters that are just so intrinsically interesting. Why am I making this video is a question that I'm asking myself as I'm just ranting about how much I love Spider-Man. I'll tell you what, maybe that's it. Maybe that is all that I needed to do to make this video. Just an excuse to draw Spider-Man again, an excuse to paint him in coffee, which I think is really fun, and an excuse to talk about how much I love this character, how much he's meant to me growing up, how much I care about Peter Parker, Miles Morales, Ben Reilly, all of these variants of the same character that have meant so much to me growing up and through my life. If I'm having a hard day, I genuinely look to Spider-Man sometimes. He is a role model for how to keep going through the tough things in life, which, if you haven't read Spider-Man, and if you're not a big Spider-Man fan, sounds wicked dumb. It sounds so childish and idiotic, but it's dead true. Spider-Man has so much for everyone. I think there's a reason that his movies make so much money. There's a reason that every time a new comic comes out, no matter how much people were disappointed with the last one, they always buy it. They always want to see Spider-Man be as good as he always has been. And I'm one of those people. I look to Spider-Man for guidance if I'm having a hard time. I think about Spider-Man as a character when I'm drawing. I think about the ways that his world interacts with him, the ways that his storytelling can teach us about ourselves, about how to write a story, about what it means to not be a man, but to be a person, to be a human being who cares about the lives of other people. He is, at his core, an intrinsically hopeful, beautiful, kind, caring character, and I think we need more of that. I really did just kind of want to talk about Spider-Man, and so I appreciate you letting me do that. I appreciate you watching me draw this art. Thank you for being here. I mean, I really don't even know, like, I'm testing out a lot of things on this channel. I don't even know exactly why I made this. I just felt the need to share why Spider-Man means something to me. So I appreciate it. If you like this video, hit the like, hit the subscribe. That would mean a lot. And send this to, well, if you know, like, a Marvel editor and you want to send that their way, do that, because I would love to draw Spider-Man for real, for real. But otherwise, if you just send this to somebody who might enjoy it, I would really appreciate it. Who's your favorite Spider-Man? And what do you love about the character? Let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate y'all being here. It really does mean a lot, and I just hope you have a fantastic day.